Dr. Janet Robinson is the superintendent of the Newtown Public Schools. Dr. Robinson, good morning to you.
Good morning.
And my condolences on the loss of your colleagues and, of course, all these students.
Thank you.
Talk to me about the community and the educational community. How are you guys coping this morning?
Well, this is a tight-knit community. We're small town, and so we've come together. We had services last night at the different churches in town. We have counseling services open today and tomorrow. We had our administrators who lost a wonderful colleague meet last night.
Obviously, people all across the country look at this and they wonder if this could happen in their school. And I know there had been a security procedure put in place not long ago where the doors of the school were locked at 9:30. Anybody entering would have had to have been admitted by a buzzer system. Are you confident that everything had been done at the school that was possible?
I really do believe that we have done everything in all of our schools to be as secure as possible. You don't believe this could happen in a community like this. I don't know how we gained entry, but all of our schools have to be, except for the high school, which has a security guard there, all of our schools you have to be buzzed in.
You know, we look at teachers and we want them to teach our children. You know,
Exactly.
we look at them as educators, and yet in this situation, teachers in this school turned out to be protectors. There were incredible acts of heroism.
Yes, there were. Yes, there were. A lot of children are alive today because of actions the teachers took. And some of the teachers are alive today because of actions one of them took.
Have you had a chance to talk to any of the teachers?
Yes, the teachers were here yesterday. We had all the children and the teachers at the firehouse. And then once when the parents picked up the students, the teachers stayed and they talked and had a need to just be together.
What kinds of things were you hearing?
How could this happen? Talking about the people, wondering where people were, because yesterday it was very difficult when somebody wasn't sitting there with them. Where are they? Are they okay? One of our assistant principal there was at the hospital. We had no way of knowing how she was doing. We had 2 students at the hospital. They were very, very concerned about the students.
There have been a lot of conflicting reports over the last 24 hours, Dr. Robinson, about Nancy Lanza. Mm-hmm. She is the mother of the alleged shooter, the 20-year-old Adam Lanza. What exactly did she do at this school?
I think that's a misinformation because we have no Nancy Lanza in our database.
So you have no record of her substitute teaching or working at that school in any capacity?
She may have been a substitute teacher, but in terms of being a full-time employee, she is not.
So there's no reason that anybody here has been able to put together as to why this young man would have come to this school in the first place to carry out this act?
Well, you know, that's the investigation is really sort of out of my purview. I'm not quite sure, that, but I do know that they asked me to look in the database to see if she was a teacher.
You have an enormous challenge ahead of you now. You have, obviously the holiday is coming up, but how do you go about reopening a school? How do you go about reintroducing students to this school and convincing them and their parents that they'll be safe?
That's difficult not only at this school, it's difficult in all of our schools right now. We have 7 schools in this district, and we feel people move to Newtown for the schools, and we feel safe, and now our innocence and our safety has been shattered. So that will be the big challenge now, Matt, is really to have the students and the parents feel that their children, when they put them on the bus in the morning, they are going to be safe.
When will schools reopen?
Well, the schools will reopen this week, but not this school. So we will be making plans this weekend on where students from Sandy Hook will be able to attend. We'll have to put them in other schools in the district.
And on that first day when students go back to school, will there be comments made? Will this be addressed directly?
Yes.
How will you handle that?
Yes, we'll be doing with staff too, with staff and students. We will be at each of the schools having conversations. Our crisis team is going to stay available, and not just this week, but the week after they come back from the holidays too. So students or teachers who need to talk about, we'll have somebody there to talk to them about this. We're planning to do some pulling together in each of the schools to address, people's concerns. Have some ceremonies to honor these little children and colleagues.
So much that you cannot do. So many questions that can't be answered. Again,
That's
my
correct.
condolences
Thank you.
on the loss of your colleagues and all these children.
It's indescribable.
Dr. Robinson, thanks very much.